Okay. Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner Classic Last Known Classics. This is episode number 2134 and Doubleshot 2028. Got two Batman related trades. First one we have is Batgirls Volume 2 Batgirl Summer, collecting issues 7 through 12 of the Batgirls title, written by Becca Cohen and Michael W. Conrad, which I believe these two are also the same people who do Wonder Woman. Yes. Now, mostly put basically just wanted to look for a serial killer in here. Also, we have Barbara Gordon going on a date with Dick Grayson at the Iceberg Lounge. Interesting. Penguin's here, but he doesn't really do anything at all in the storyline. Mostly put it's like they go after a murderer. Also, Renee Montoya is in here, and she's the commissioner. And if you're curious, how was this possible, you might ask? Well, Commissioner Gordon was not able to return to duty because of the events of Fear State, and Renee Montoya was appointed as the commissioner by the current mayor of Gotham City, who was no friend of hers. That's just got her job, and they do bring up in here that yes, she was once the Question. She, I believe was an issue of Urban Legends. I think it was the final issue of the series. She did put on the outfit of the Question again, first time in a while, and she got some superhero work in. And of course, basically, this book is a lot of fun. I do like the fact that we have the close friendship between the three Batgirls, Barbara Gordon, Cassandra Cain, and Stephanie Brown. It's just really good. I like the chemistry between the three of these ladies. I like the fact that Barbara Gordon is expected to be the veteran. And also, now one thing you gotta mention, about this outfit here in the cover of this book, that outfit is not the first outfit she wore in this continuity. That was actually her second outfit, believe it or not. Now, I've never had anybody complain about this outfit. It's just the writing and some of the issues that when this costume first showed up, that's people have a problem with. It's interesting that she would back this out because toward the end of her previous volume she had, her previous solo book she decided to give herself a new costume and give herself a very thin domino mask, where she stopped wearing the cowl. Though at the end of her solo book she had put on a cowl again. But now she's back in this outfit, which is fine. I have no problem with it at all. It's a costume that's perfectly fine with her. Though I kind of wish they would have her back in the outfit she wore during the Gail Simone run of the Batgirl book. That's my opinion anyways. But this outfit's fine. And I do appreciate, though, the artist of the book, who is Neil Googe and Robert Rodriguez. Now, also, they include the variant covers in here, which these covers are so cute. I love these covers, done by Ryan Gonzalez, which is so hilarious. Like, first we have Movie Night with issue 7. We have Damien and Ace the Bat Hound crying. We see Tim getting bored. Batwoman's just drinking a soda. We have Barbara and Dick just watching a thing that look like a dog in their hand. And in front we have the adorable Stephanie Brown and just shocked to see what they're watching, eating popcorn shells. And Cassandra Cain is sleeping. Which is so funny. Yeah. So yeah, like at first they go hunting, and of course you also gotta love the fact the artist draws really good with Cassandra Cain's costume. I love the fact they put her back in this costume. Stephanie, all they did with her mostly was that they kept her a spoiler attire, just gave her a bat symbol. I'm like, that's kind of fine. Oh, by the way, in case you're curious though, her pre-Flashpoint look as spoiler, she wore a full mask. Here she wears a half mask. I'm not really sure why. Now, here's what they look like without their mask on. I think the artwork is still really good. I love the fact that they're basically just depicted as like really close friends, and there's undercover work here. I mean, it's good. It's just a really good book. If anybody is a fan of these three girls, I do recommend checking this out because this is actually pretty good. It's just a well-written story. Yes, Stephanie Brown does basically get. She does have remorse for. By the way, we also have appearance here by the Riddler and Killer Moth, because of course Killer Moth is in the book because its first film Barbara Gordon fought as Batgirl. Excuse me. Now, I'm still gonna pick up the trade series for this one because This one, I have been just really enjoying this, purely because of the fact that it's just a really damn good title. It's my opinion. It's not. It's not basically a book that's ignored by the other books per se. I mean, the events book is not really meant very much, but at least them working together as a team of Batgirls that is acknowledged in their books. The only book that fans do not acknowledge as canon to the DC universe is the awful Tim Drake book, which was launched just after this book was launched. It's the I think it's one of the most recent ongoing series that was released for DC Comics, and it's a book that nobody likes. I've never heard a positive review for it at all. It's been pretty negative, very heavily negative. Now, people don't like the artwork. This one by Riley Russo has the better artwork in this one. And the writer is, in my opinion, DC's currently the worst writer they have right now. Because this woman does not know how to write Tim Drake properly. At all. In my opinion, the Tim Drake book should be canceled and put Chuck Dixon back on the title. At least he knows how to write the character better. But I have heard some theory of why in the world the DC just kind of allowed this to continue. Because some people at DC hate Chuck Dixon. So let's try to ruin anything that he wrote, including writing Tim Drake. Though apparently that is perfectly fine. Now, I'm going to talk a much better book. A book that is just really good. And this book was only launched. Now, here's the thing. The first issue of this book was launched 1 year ago this month. And here's the thing. The trade for this just came out just this week. Yeah, it was just this week this came out. Like, just this week. We have Batman, Superman, World's Finest, Volume 1, The Devil Nezha. This collects the first 5 issues of this ongoing series. And yes, calling it a best-selling title, that's true. Because it is definitely true. This is probably one of DC's best-selling titles right now. Yeah. Now, this book is set before the events of present day. I'd say about 4 or 5 years in the past because Alfred's still alive. And we see appearance here by the Doom Patrol. Yes, the Doom Patrol. The book is written by Mark Waid. Artworks by Dan Moria. Yes, I love the artwork in here by Dan Moria. It's really good. Like, here he is. Okay, that's my bookmark there. Put that over here. This is him drawing Superman and Batman. Just really good here. First, we started off with basically Poison Ivy trying to take over Metropolis, and she's thwarted by Batman, Robin, and Superman. And of course, she's helped by Metallo. Because of course, Metallo. And Metallo's defeated not by Superman, but by Rob by stabbing a pipe through his kryptonite. And gotta love this font. It is so awesome. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of the font they used for Chris Priest's Deathstroke book. So, and of course, you have Robin get kidnapped by the Penguin, who for some reason is drawn like the way he did in the animated series, minus the finger stuff. But yeah, traditional of him there. And after with that, then we have this whole thing with Nezha. Appearance by Jimmy Olsen. Oh yeah, and also this actually is Dick Grayson in that mask, and he's wearing pants, despite the fact he only wears like short shorts. You ask for why in the world he's wearing this stuff? I do not know. It is weird. They do mention the fact he's wearing pants in here, which is quite nice. As for why, they don't really say at all. So, and then we have the Doom Patrol show up, and I do appreciate that Van Moore put them in their classic attires they wore back in the Silver Age. Now, this lineup does not have Mento or Beast Boy. They're not here. So, we see Superman getting hallucinated, and of course, they have to go to Midway City to basically figure out what's wrong with Superman. Of course, you surge on thanks to, of course, the Chief, about this devil. And of course, they also run into Felix Faust in here. And also, Supergirl is here. Yes. Oh, if you're wondering, this is the only book you'll see Supergirl nowadays. Yep. No. Well, actually, she's getting a book upcoming soon. But as of right now, until her book comes out, then, of course, basically, like, this is the book you see her in until the book comes out. Yep. At the Felix Faust. Of course, some time travel in here. General Mortalis apparently just does not remember Dimitro, but he does remember Miss Shamala. Miss Shamala is part of the Brotherhood of Evil. And then we have like various heroes getting taken out. We have the Flash taken out by Mirror Master. Wonder Woman is taken out by Dr. Alchemy. Yes, seriously. Hal Jordan is taken out by apparently like that we have this devil notch and nobody's people. Apparently he's influencing Alfred. Yep. Yeah, and then of course Justice League is restored and of course team with Doom Patrol. And it looks like they kind of store him in the Phantom Zone, but eventually he's defeated by the very end of the story. But also when they also said Supergirl and Robin go back in time. But Robin is lost and the next story is going to look for him. But the epilogue, this is quite interesting. This leads into Batman versus Robin, which leads into Lazarus Planet. Which, I kind of like Lazarus Planet. I'm sure, I know one person liked the creative teams behind it. I thought it was a pretty interesting event. But this opening story for Batman Superman World's Finest is awesome. Also, look at this logo. We have the W shaped like a bat, and we have the E have a Superman symbol on it, which is so awesome. Yep. Now, when I initially saw this series, I thought it was going to be like a mini series or a one shot when this first book came out last year, and then I realized, oh crap, it's an ongoing series. Okay, interesting. And by the way, it had been like a year since the last book called Batman Superman was released. Though that book got canceled after they replaced the writer in the book, and this book got launched a year later. This book is just pure awesomeness at its finest when it comes to basically DC Comics. Probably one of the best books of published right now. I'm going to give this book roughly here's a shocker, a 10 out of 10. Because it's that damn good. Yep. When I saw this, I was thinking of it online for a while, but I had to hold off because I was going to hold off and buy stuff online. I saw my local comic shop. I'm like, you're coming home with me. Yep. Yeah. As for why in the world they decided to wait a full year after after the first issue came out of the release this trade, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Because, they had just released issue 12 I think it was just a month ago. Yeah, it was just 1 month ago they just released issue 12. Yes. Now, as far as I can tell, the book is still continuing. I have not heard anything if in fact the book is ending. Let me take a look here about that. Because so far they released 12 issues so far for this particular series. Is it like a third volume for the Batman Superman? You can kind of think that, yes. But the series is not over yet. Nope. Actually, let's see. That was about 2 weeks ago. So, fairly recently, they released this book. Mm-hmm. Now, as for when in the world they're going to release their next trade, I don't know. Let me take a look at that. Amazon might know. Mm-hmm. So, okay. So, there is currently no release date for Volume 2 yet. Nope, there isn't. I don't know why. It's weird. Yeah, I do not know the reason for it. It's just that it has not been released yet. Yeah, it's kind of weird though. Like, there is nothing right now for this book. Mm-hmm. When it comes to paperbacks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's virtually nothing. No, seriously, there is nothing. Nothing set to come out per se. Yeah. I kind of wish they would make an announcement of when they're going to release their next trade, but so far, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yep, but yeah, that's particularly it, particular view. Next up, well, that's going to be pretty much it for this particular view. So, tomorrow, expect to see videos for, well, Gecko Ranger and anime videos, maybe some comic corners, okay? So, bye.